This is like Barry Weiss came out and did the Twitter files part 2. I don't know what happened to Taibbi.
He got benched.
Maybe he got benched. The funny part is that, like, and again, I will say this. I think it's interesting to see how the inner workings of these things work.
All this stuff should be public, including what happens with the Palestinian rights profiles.
It should all be public. All of whenever humans are involved in the moderation, there should be, I don't know, a Twitter blog and a listing. We banned this group. We suspended this account. These are the reasons why. It should be explicit. So in that respect, I'm in favor of this stuff being released, although it could have been done in digest form. There could have been other ways to do it. The problem is it's being selectively released, which is problematic because we don't really know the full story on other things. We're only focusing on things like Libs of TikTok, Twitter thing. And then the other thing is that the people who have received this information apparently know nothing about what it is. And so here is Barry Weiss. She does not realize, and apparently these are pictures she has taken of a Twitter executive screen because she wasn't given access to it in that way. So it's also sort of weird that it's being filtered in this way.
This is normal journalism.
But put that aside. Barry Weiss talks about this. This is like number 16. One of the accounts that rose to this level of scrutiny, in other words, there are some accounts that get a higher level of scrutiny, was Libs of TikTok, an account that was on the Trends blacklist and was designated as, quote, do not take action on user without consulting the SIPPES. Now, what she doesn't seem to understand is that this account, now why would this account maybe draw scrutiny? One, because it's got, a million followers.
Also, it's a hate account. I would categorize it as, say, like you're a gay teacher, maybe grooming your child for some sort of nefarious purpose.
It is an account that specifically is designed to essentially put people in the hot seat, to attack people. That doesn't necessarily mean that it should necessarily be, taken out, but the idea that it rose to a certain level of, scrutiny. But to pick up the next one, this is the next tweet we have on this. But Parker Malloy makes points out the funny part about this is that Barry Weiss accidentally took a picture that says, do not take action on user without consulting the SIPPES. That basically is an internal thing that says, you lower level person do not have the ability to ban this person, suspend this person.
Don't use your normal
change
procedure.
the algorithm. This person is protected from you. We can only do anything to this account at a higher level. In other words, not only does this not rise to the level of normal scrutiny, it is a protected status.
Yeah, and SIPPES stands for Site Integrity Policy Escalation Support within Twitter. So, as you're saying, like, they literally would have to consult with, they basically have to petition
the upper echelon of, yes,
to escalate.
Yes.
Like, they can't just do it. Like,
so what we're seeing is that Libs of TikTok had a special status at Twitter, not one that would just get increased scrutiny, but could only be acted upon at the highest levels of Twitter, so that some, local official, as it were, couldn't deal with it. And it's unclear that, to me, and we should also say, like, there was another tweet that I think I sent you. That was, no, the one where I think, yeah, this one. Yeah, look at this. Will Stancil points out here, go with click on the Barry Weiss one. Click on that one. A new Twitter files investigation reveals that teams of Twitter employees build blacklists, prevent disfavored tweets from trending, and actively limit the visibility of entire accounts or even trending topics, all in secret without informing users. And she wrote this on December 8th, 2022, yesterday. And maybe she is reporting on the way Twitter functioned before Elon Musk came. We don't know because of the nature of the fact that she was ordered by Twitter to make her revelations on Twitter.
I wonder if they feel like this could have probably been better done in some place besides, doing something that requires me to do 16 tweet Twitter threads.
Yeah, I mean, there's no doubt there would have been a better, sort of like writers forum for this. He probably would have had more credibility if it wasn't done on Twitter, but Elon Musk wanted it to be a public relations thing too. Like he wanted it to be a publicity stunt. And that's what it is. And that's what to bring people to Twitter. But nevertheless, she says that that the employees build blacklists to prevent disfavored tweets from trending. Bad tweets don't trend. And to actively limit the visibility of accounts or even trending topics. Now let's go to the next tweet that we have. This other tweet is from November 18th. Less than a month ago. And it talks about negative hate tweets, ones that are disfavored.
Say calling just a teacher in some state a groomer.
Will be deboosted, maximum deboosted, and demonetized. And you won't find that tweet, the disfavored tweet, unless you specifically seek it out. In other words, it's going to be sort of buried. It's not going to get any support. And this apparently was a new Twitter policy instituted by the new owner, Elon Musk.
This seems like shadow banning. What Elon's outlining here.
It seems like exactly the same thing.
Same thing.
Except for in some way, like it's going to be not just not boosted, but deboosted. Deboosted. Max. To the max. I don't have a problem with this. I do think that there should be some mechanism to inform people as to that this is operating in that way.
Yeah. Like I have a problem with the algorithmic timeline in general. I think it's basically created so you can game the system like this. But if you're going to game it like that, you should tell people that they're doing it. But I also have no problem with, Charlie Kirk election bullshit not being brought to the top of the timeline.
Yep. Personally, I would get rid of a lot of the algorithms. I mean, what we're talking about is this is algorithms. This is what algorithms are. They can boost things or they can deboost things. They can make the tweet easy to find or hard to find. And I think it's good that people are getting a lesson about algorithms and what the potential dangers are from them and what the potential benefits are from them.
A little bit of a perverted message when it's like the danger is to conservatives as an ideology.
I mean, that's the thing, that this is such a joke because it's being presented in that way. But if this was like a long, 5-page piece on, here's how algorithms work, or we found out what happens behind the curtain at Twitter, but I want to see all of it. I want to see how this arrangement was set up. I mean, this is not a normal source-writer relationship. I've never heard of a source dictating to a writer where you're going to release it. I've heard of people, negotiating do I want to bring the story to the Times or do I want to bring it to the Washington Post or something like that? But this thing, and I've heard of things like the source says, you can't quote me on this, and I'm not on the record for that. But things like where you run this story, that seems. But I say release it all. Release the entire Twitter archives.
Well, that's the thing. What's also interesting is like it's not as if Taibbi in the original thread hid the fact that they were not disclosing all of it. In one of the tweets, he literally said the Trump administration also reached out to Twitter to, delete things or petition to get things deleted like the Biden campaign did. Even leading Jack Dorsey, we talked about this yesterday, tweeting at Elon after one of his other delays, if the goal is transparency to build trust, why not just release everything without filter and let people judge for themselves?
Yeah, I said that on day one.
Including all discussions around current and future actions. Make everything public now, #Twitter files. Elon replied, most important data was hidden, in parentheses, from you too.
Yeah.
And some may have been deleted, but everything we find will be released. Well, prove it.
I don't buy that for a second.
I don't either, right? Like, he's not going to do it. Like,
Maybe that's why Taibbi got benched. Saying things about like the Trump White House, putting stuff like that.
I mean, we'll see. Maybe he'll come back. Maybe he won't. But I in my fantasy world, I think Taibbi looked in the mirror or ran into some type of conflict.
Ooh, I can't do that.
And just couldn't bring himself to do that. That's my Hope Springs Eternal perspective on the whole thing. Barry Weiss, however, she has no such compunction.
No.
Because Barry Weiss is really was born of a sense of like, I am a free speech advocate for the speech that I like. I mean, remember, at Columbia, she was organizing against trying to get a non-pro-Zionist professor fired because of their non-pro-Zionist perspectives.
Yeah. There's a tweet by Tom Lay, one of the founders of Defector Media, says, it's so funny that Barry Weiss probably has access to evidence of hundreds of actually evil things Twitter has done for the Saudis, but she spent a whole week trying to figure out just how shadow banned Dan Bongino is.
Yeah.